Okay, the latest update of this blackout, which has hit mainly three countries, Spain mainly, the south of France, Portugal, and some parts of Germany. They are on the idea it was a cyber attack, and then afterwards they came out with a how do you say, explanation or possible cause of blackouts from the French side of high voltage tensions, which there's a big pylons which millions and millions of volts of electricity pass through from one country to another. Because Europe is unified by these high tension volts. It's always been many decades ago. And there's some stories coming out, I think in France or in Spain, that they put the nuclear power stations into safety mode in order to generate electricity, which I find seem a bit odd, because they will be transmitting energy locally for the area, and obviously they want to probably isolate from the rest of the outside of the borders of that nation, electricity transmission, because you never know where the cause came from. But most probably it was a cyber attack, and it has hit heavily Spain. Like I said in the last video, it knocked out everything from airports, railway stations, subways, traffic lights, probably hospitals, domestic utilities, and so on. And more of a cyber attack they are probably working on, because if it was a fire probably where the mountains with Spain and France, that would take them a lot more time to repair those cables, because we're talking about high altitude, and it could be very extreme working in those conditions, even if crews are trained to carry out repairs in extreme conditions. But too extreme, probably no. And as I said, the Spanish government's in an emergency session. They're warning people to stay at home because the traffic lights and the cameras are not working because we're at electricity. Well, if you was lucky enough to fill your vehicle with petrol before it happened, you have a probably good chance, if you want to bug out, reach a certain destination. But if you're very low on fuel, the petrol stations where electricity don't work, the problem may have some type of backup generator. When the fuel runs out for that, you won't be able to fuel up. And obviously all the payments with credit cards and payments online, in the telecommunications and probably internet was hit as well. So it's just how little of damage, like a cyber attack or a fire on one of those principal distribution of electricity of high voltage, could cause to a you know, electrical grids of a country, or even Europe as well, because some parts of Germany have got hit as well, partially. There's not much about that heard about. Who knows, probably in a few hours there'll be more. But this is more like a cyber attack, what has hit Spain mainly, south of France and Portugal. And the side of knock-on effects, domino effects on some parts of Germany.